That we have you on right now. So today's proceedings marked a shift really from focusing on crime intelligence to scrutinizing the prosecuting authority. How significant is this new direction for the Commission's work?
Well, good afternoon to you, Madlanga, and to the viewers once again. Well, essentially, you saw the stream that was getting kicked off this morning was that of the Investigating Directorate Against Corruption. That is that unit within the NPA, which is not shy to the headlines, especially in the recent times with the kind of allegations that swirl this particular unit, which includes allegations of an alleged turf war between the South African Police Services, or at least groups within the South African Police Services, and also this unit being accused of being used in that particular war, if you could put it that way, as a tool against other police officers. So essentially it's a unit that is spoken about a lot in the criminal justice system, and it has been brought to the fore, and I think we're kickstarting the evidence with allegations against a senior investigator as well as the IDAC head, Advocate Andrea Johnson, which you've just heard at the tail end, because we have discussed Witness O and the allegations that she brings against Advocate Andrea Johnson, which I'm sure she's likely going to have to answer to before the Madlanga Commission, keeping in mind that the probe has now been extended up until the 16th of November with a deadline of the 2nd of October to complete that evidence. So essentially what you saw from Witness N is an investigator within IDAC called Sunil Balachan, and we also know this name from the SAPS Medicare 24 fraud case. So I think that's one of the investigators, or I think at least the lead investigator in that particular IDAC matter. But what he's being discussed about here, or being implicated in, is alleged extortion taking place in the Eastern Cape, and it's all from the lens of Witness N, who is a PKTT member that has been deployed to the Eastern Cape province to deal with the Fort Hare matters. However, this was brought to her attention while she was working in that particular area. And it seems that transactions, WhatsApp exchanges, point to the alleged extortion of shop owners. That is, shop owners from Pakistan who seem to have challenges with documentation as well as issues of permits for their shops. And I think for that kind of alleged protection, or that is what is being conveyed through the evidence of Witness A, is that allegedly in order to get that protection from Sunil, they would have to allegedly give amounts or pay fees, if we could put it that way. I think they call it protection fees in that regard. And she has shown a number of different statements as well as transactions which points to that particular allegation. Once again, that's a senior investigator within a unit that is designed to combat corruption. However, you're finding a person within that unit also now being embroiled in allegations of corruption and unlawful conduct in the Eastern Cape. There's certainly a lot to unpack and look into when it comes to IDAC, and I'm sure in the next few days leading up to that evidence of Kat Matlala, which is expected on Wednesday, the Commission is probably going to zoom into further what the allegations are about this particular unit and what they should make about IDAC within the criminal justice system. And this all takes place, ironically, at a time where the Justice Minister, Minister Kubaya, has just launched those oversight officers, as IDAC is set to have its own ombudsman of sorts to overlook their conduct in light of all the allegations that are seemingly emerging about this particular unit.
Kenny, so the Commission has effectively moved the proceedings to next week on Monday, where we will expect to resume